filming. Yes, we're here with. This is not a photograph. This is a film. Are you good with film?
Yeah.
Being an actress and a director
Yes.
and a producer, the lovely Charlotte Schioler. By Any Means Available is a movie that's already been put out and actually is going to Miami Film Festival next
week.
week.
In 2 weeks, 2nd to 7th of June.
2nd to 7th of June, so don't miss that. But also, we were just talking about your other movie, Mousy,
Yes.
which tell us a little bit about the acting, producing, and directing the movie. Is it difficult to kind of get your teeth into, the directing and the acting? Do you kind of have to run like back and then forward around the camera?
No, I have a fantastic team, and I think that when you're a creative producer, which is the kind of producer I am, putting the team together is just so important. You just have to make the chemistry right. It's just as important. It's not, well, the actors are very important because they are on screen, but it's really important.
Yeah.
And so I love the acting directing because I like to, I prepare a lot before, but when I'm there, actually I find that I act better when I direct myself because I don't have time to think.
Yeah, and no, I mean, you're just going in the moment, just like the improvisation.
And you can't be complacent and say like you're not happy because you have a crew waiting for you and they expect a lot of you.
Absolutely. And how about like choosing the actors? Because I know you mentioned like it's very important to choose other actors in the movie.
Yeah.
Have you ever like made a mistake where you've chosen an actor and then you've thought, oh my goodness, this was not the right actor for the part, and then you've had to change the actor?
I have.
Yeah.
I still am gaining experience. I'm learning every day.
Yeah.
But I had cast at one point one actor because she looked very much like what I imagined. But there was another actress who looked very different and was different, but she was an amazing actor. And sometimes you should just go with the talent because they will be, even if they take it a little bit another way, they will bring something to it. And then I had a really bad experience, which I would like to share, which was that for some of the extras, I had one extra and I hadn't paid enough attention to her acting abilities because she was more than an extra because you could recognize her face. So she was what you call a silhouette in French.
Oh, yeah.
And she had to stand next to an actor and pretend to be with him.
Yeah.
And during editing, I had such a hard time because she just looked like a fish. She was just she did, and
like a fish.
No, like she was not. She was just like.
Yeah. No, and
I couldn't have her standing next to him, and so you can't zoom in like that.
Yeah.
So you have to be
reshoot.
careful.
You have to reshoot those moments. Yeah.
No. I have a brilliant editor, so we found a way to get around it.
No, that's great.
But it took us time,
Yeah. Of course. No. Yeah. Sometimes you're sort of looking at the shot and you don't notice the whole picture. But tell us a little bit about what it was like to shoot. By No Means Available?
By Any Means Available. VEIL.
Which is interesting because it's about the Muslim...
The full Muslim face veil, yeah.
Yeah. And you said it was going to the female film festival for the women film festivals. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about how the female aspect plays into it and a little bit about the reasons why you chose that subject?
Well, I chose that subject after there was a law made in France that you are not allowed to wear the full face veil, head veil, in public, not even in the street. You get a fine of 150 euros.
Wow.
So I found that was discriminatory. Yeah. Because I think you should be able, I know that in England you can, in the UK you can. Yeah. When I go through the airport in the UK, I always see women with the full head veil. I understand that, when you have to identify yourself in a bank, you have to show it, or go through customs, you have to show your face. But I think that, just personal freedom of being able to wear what you want to wear in the street is important. So I made this movie to create awareness of how stigmatized it can be to wear the full head veil. I don't think that women should be ever forced to cover their faces, but I think that if you want to cover your face. And sometimes here in Cannes I do, because if I haven't done my hair, I really miss not having my burqa with me this year.
Very true. A little bit, I just love to hear a little bit about your impressions of the festival. Like, have you been to Cannes before?
Yes, I was here last year with my short film.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And did you get some good responses from being at the festival with that?
I did, because I got arrested on the red carpet. That's why there was an article in the Monde.
How did you get arrested?
Because I had asked beforehand if it was okay to wear the full head veil, the niqab, on the red carpet. I had asked security, the head of security, and been told that there was no, you were allowed to do that at the Cannes Film Festival because there was no discrimination against any kind of religious symbols. So I worried, but I was not arrested on the red carpet, but as soon as we got inside, first I was asked in the middle of the red carpet, and they could have done it at the 3 prior security spots, asked me to take off the niqab. They chose to ask me to do it in front of everybody on the red carpet.
Wow.
And as soon as we got inside, the police came.
What?
Yeah. So I was disappointed. I love Cannes. It's like just an amazing energy, and I love being here. I love the festival.
Yeah.
It's the best festival. It's the biggest festival in the world. But I was like confused because I had first been told that I could, and then I was arrested.
Do you know, I can't wait for the day where it's like, who designed your headdress, like Gucci, like where it's so, where people can wear what they want and what they choose, and we have freedom of speech like that. I think that's a really important thing about such an international festival.
A journalist who wrote about it in Le Monde, he said, what about the Daft Punks? They also cover their faces. Would they be able to walk up the red carpet, for example?
Who knows? I think we should test that out and see what happens. Well, thank you so much, Charlotte. We really enjoyed meeting you.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
And
have a great festival.
Thank you. Good luck with your film.
Thank you.